Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. We're back. Welcome to the Beautiful Beginnings show. Very excited to be here with you this Wednesday evening. Don't often get a chance, so we're going to really enjoy that. Got lots to show you, and we've got some impromptu demos, some planned demos, and basically we're going to turn this over to you. This is the Beautiful Beginnings show. What would you like us to show you? Is there something that you've got a burning question on that we can answer for you? Is there a little mini technique that you just eludes you that you'd like us to wing for you? We'll try that too. We'll do anything you like, basically. We are here to serve you for the next 2 hours. And the we that I'm referring to is myself and the queen of messy crafting, Sheena Douglas. Hello, how are you holding up?
Evening. Great, I'm ready to go. More playing, different stuff to play with, different ideas, different things to share, and laughs. All good.
I'm excited to see. Now, I had my whip out in the last show today. If you joined us, we're like, shh, another box, shh, another box. And she kept doing them, to be fair. And you were loving them. They're flying. We've got a few hanging on. They're hanging on the cliff edge with their little fingers, white knuckle riding those boxes. So if you do want them, you need to get yourself ahead and get them. But we've got lots of other deals for you too. We are joined by several of you already in the comments, which is great. That's what I love about a Beautiful Beginning show. It's taking time to take you right back to the beginning and explain the things as if you've never picked up a craft or done it before. So we can really start to get to the nitty-gritty of some of the things that might be confusing for you. It might be something new. You might be a very experienced crafter of many years. It might just be a new little thing that you haven't tried yet. And that's what Beautiful Beginnings is all about. We have got Sarah Brown. She's with us, and it's 3 a.m. on Thursday morning in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, Sarah. Really lovely to see you. She says, I hope everyone's enjoying the shows like me with Sheena and Leann. I've loved them. Lots of crafty love and hugs to you all. Sarah, tell me, what did you think of the last series of Married at First Sight? Did you watch it? Who was your favourite? Who was your not favourite? Harrison was my not favourite until Cam came in from the left field, and now I really don't like him. Let me know, Sarah, I'm interested.
But get off the fence, Leann. Tell it like it is.
I mean, yeah, just say it as it is. Well, do you know me, Sheena?
I know.
I rarely, I can't, I do just say it as it is, don't I?
You do. That's great. That's why we love you, Leann.
Well, good. Thanks, Sheena.
And I haven't watched it yet, and I'm going to now.
You have to. It's addictive viewing. It's voyeuristic, but it's fantastic. I do get myself into trouble now and again, Sheena, with the whole telling it like it is. It has happened. Anyway, hopefully not tonight. Carletta's with us from Arkansas. Joy Sampson, she says, yay, I've made it for the live. Hello, Joy. Leann, hi. Sheena, hi. Team Social, hi. Crew, hi. Fellow crafters, hi. From Riverside, New York. The crew with us tonight has been the crew of all day. So Sheena and I are joined with Johnny and George in the gallery. They say hello. We've got John. He's mincing around outside there, sorting things out. He'll be in and out of the studio. We might get him in here for a little wave and a hello. You never know, because you do like it when John makes an appearance, don't you? A little cooey. He's very tall. You need to reframe when he gets in the same shot as me. He'll come in on his knees. He won't mind. Right, okay, so where are we going to start? Shimmer ink pads is where it's at. Now, Sheena hasn't been on air with these yet, have you, Sheena? You haven't played with these for everybody.
I haven't played with them. I haven't put them through the paces. I haven't done the things that I've been playing with to show you.
And so this is great, because this is now going to be experiential for you, isn't it, with these? You're going to let us know what you think of them.
It absolutely is.
And I'm thrilled that you're able to do that. These are now back in stock. They launched in October last year, Sheena, and they set the ink pad world alight when we launched them, because these are a beautiful pigment infused with that shimmer that we've got in there, and it's a real high, intense pearlescence that we've got inside.
You know what? I think that shape of that ink pad is genius, Leann.
Do you like it?
If you never have another good idea, that I think is like one of the best ever. You've peaked with that shape.
I've peaked. Can I go home and retire on the back of that shape of ink pad?
But don't, because there's no, that is amazing, that shape.
Okay, thank you.
It's just so usable.
It really is, isn't it? It's ergonomic, fits in your hand comfortably.
A little bit for detail stamping, if you want to do some colouring on your stamps and different colours on the stamp. you know, you thought of it.
Thank you. Well, that was the intention, and do you know what? That is praise indeed from you, Sheena. So that, and you know, talking about saying it as it is, if you didn't believe that, you wouldn't say that to me.
No,
you
I
would just ignore the shape and not comment on it.
No end of abuse. We've known each other for so long.
Yeah, exactly. Or you'd be saying, what were you thinking, woman? But you haven't said that.
I have not said that.
Yeah, that's good. So I've just been having a look through. Look, all of these beautiful colours that you've got here, and Sheena will be showing you how to use them. You can see your platinum price for all 10 of these ink pads is $43.13 or $57.53. That's a good 10% saving that you've got there on what is relatively new ink pad to the collection, launched in October. So beautiful colours, highly pigmented, highly shimmery, lots of different things you can do with them. I've just got a few different examples here that we can have a quick look at if you like. You can stencil with them and you get that lovely high pearlescent shimmer in there. It almost is like faux Centura pearl. This here is the cling film technique, and you might be able to see the marbling. You can see the shimmer just as I wave that at you there, and can you see the marbling of the shimmer where the cling film's been put on? Just down here. Can you just see that there? The little lines. Can you just see the little lines when I wiggle it at you? There's George coming in. There he is. Look. Beautiful to be able to do that with an ink pad. You can stamp and heat emboss if you want to. You can do blended backgrounds. You can use them over your 3D folders and do your letter pressing. You can do your salt technique with it if you want to, that background on salt. You can do a full blended background, a salt background, and stamp and drag out the colour and colour your embellishments if you want to. Get some real intense colour. Do some lovely, simple ombre through a stencil if you want to do that. Possibilities galore with these ink pads, I have to say, and the results always exceptionally beautiful. All 10 of them, 10% saving for that fabulous $43.13 or $57.53 platinum price. Now, you have been going crazy, in the words of Patsy Cline, or who's the other person who did that? Niles Barkley, for the 18 boxes. Now, thank you, George. George just sang that to me in my ear, and I really wish all of you could have heard that, because it was like there were nightingales in the studio, let me tell you.
It was. All the dogs in the neighbourhood are now barking.
Now the dogs in the neighbourhood are barking, and the cats are fighting outside. You get 18 of these boxes. They all nest inside each other. You've got 7 square, 7 circle, and you've got 4 hexagons in there. The largest square box is 8 inches square, and it's about 3 inches deep. The same for the circle in terms of footprint, and the hexagon's the largest is 5 inches square in terms of footprint, again about 3 inches deep. Brilliant value for money at $23.99 or $34.39. Sheena's got them in front of her now so you can see them. And I have to tell you, Sheena, 70% of a generous stock of these has already gone.
Wow.
70%. We had a generous amount.
I mean, it was like new this morning.
Correct.
Wow, fantastic. Well, these, look at them all. And look at what we've been doing with them earlier.
Yeah.
If you've missed the shows, we've got lots of lovely things to show you with gilding flakes, with acrylic paints. And they do nest inside each other. Let me show you with this one, because we haven't done that yet. We've had a few people asking about that, Leann, haven't we? Do they?
Yes.
For storage, what do I do? Well, we have to have all these boxes everywhere. No, because look, they're like, it's like the Russian doll thing. There, you see? You put that one in there, and then I'm confused. Right, no, wait, I've got it now. There, like that. That's it. Start from the top, Sheena. Not the wrong way round. There, look, you can see. And then that one goes in there. That one goes in there. And that's what the other ones do, just the same. Yeah, phew.
Live demo. Nesting boxes, thank you.
Although, do you loads of inky backgrounds, but putting a box inside a box, it confused me initially.
It would have me as well. I would have to think about it, to be fair, I have to say. You have been loving those boxes, and 70% has gone, 30% of the stock remains. And we did buy enough to last us, because Sheena's going to be here every Wednesday showing us lots of different techniques. We expected these boxes to be able to come back week after week after week, but you have absolutely loved them. So if you are wanting them and you're thinking about it, please don't wait and be disappointed if you go there and then you find that they've gone. It's a pick of the day anyway. So the price, a 30% saving, shipping to you on the 16th of May. It stops at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, that deal. So that 30% saving will stop at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Went live at 11 o'clock this morning, GMT. And you get your 30% saving till then. And you've got your double points, of course, as well. So you need to be thinking about that if you're loving what you've seen with our Sheena on those. We're going to head over to Sheena for a demonstration on the Shimmer ink pads. I can't wait to see this because I know Sheena will use them differently to how I've used them, and so you're going to get so many more brilliant ideas of how to use them at home. Lynn Blackledge is joining us from the Isle of Wight. Mary Beth Doyle says Leann and Sheena have made this such a fun day. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Gilmore says I'm ready to be hypnotised by Sheena. Look into my eyes, not around my eyes. Look into my eyes, not around my eyes. Hello, and then she says, hello, Leann, Sheena, Susie, CC team and Crafty Peeps. Hello to you, Gilmore. Barbara from Indiana is with us as well. Hannah Gosling, Sarah Ibbotson, hello from Arkansas. Hannah Godlin says, in a wake-up call, Sheena was talking about making a perfect square from A4. Can she demonstrate, please?
Yes, I will. Once I've got... We'll do it after we've done this, if that's all right.
We'll do it after the demo.
So I've just splodged some ink on the thing, ready to do a little bit of salt.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, then we'll come back to the rest of the comments later. Let's watch you do that, and then can we look at a perfect square?
Right, because the salt, two techniques that you have to be patient with. You can't force them. You can't hurry them along. You can't hurry love or this technique, Leann.
That's a good tune.
I know, it's brilliant.
You can't hurry love.
Absolutely.
No, you
just have
got to wait. Love don't come easy. Is that Phil Collins?
That's the one.
That's going on the
Supremes originally.
That's going on Chiv's tunes,
Supremes. Yeah. If you want to go really high again with that one, you come with the Diana Ross version and the Supremes. So what I'm doing is I'm just brushing this on here like that. Right, so lots of... Now, the thing is with salt, what you need is you need wet application of your product. So you need enough water on there. If you do it too late, if you dilly or dally or tarry or anything like that, or ponder, you might be too late. So you've got to be quick, all right? Because the only way salt works is if it's already... the background is wet. Now, I'm using this salt because people think that you can just do it with the fancy salt, but you can do it with any... Oh, these are like... Leann, these are like boulders. This is like you're going to have a... This is like run for your life on a cliff face. This salt looks good. Look at the size of that. You're having a laugh. How do you get it to stick?
Do you need a grinder?
Leann, it's like, what? Duck, run, save yourselves. That stuff is huge. Right, so what you can do...
the big ones. Do you not like the big ones?
Massive. Well, I think
like
there's an in-between. I think I would want to grind those down a little bit. The thing is, though, it's a fair point, because you get different effects with different size boulders, yeah?
Yes.
And if you
with boulders of salt.
If you're boulders of salt... Did you mine for these or what? I mean, this is impressive.
We've got a salt mine out the back. I went with my pickaxe in between shows. I was like the doozes off Fraggle Rock.
When I said I wanted
digging the salt out for you, Sheena.
You're dedicated, Leann. Right, so what I've done is I've got these like huge salt crystals on here, and a tip is if it starts to dry a little bit and you're going to miss the boat, put a little bit of spray water on the background, and then you've got to leave it. So we'll pop that to one side and see what we're going to get. We'll try another one. Let's try another background. I'm going to wipe this up, and then we'll do another one. Let's try. So the thing is with the salt, the salt technique is it pushes the colour away from where the salt sits there, and it goes, nope, don't like it, and it pushes it, and you get these like kind of corally looking things if you're lucky, and you can use it to your advantage. I'm wondering if we can do something with like a sea kind of scene. Should we try that? Like as if it was a coastal thing. It may not work, so I'm squidging out some queen bee here.
Nice.
And I'm going to...
the colour's vibrant.
It's gorgeous,
intense.
juicy, yeah, absolutely. I'm singing a bit of Barbara Streisand in my head there. If you know A Star Is Born, the original, you'll know Queen Bee, the song.
Yes. I love Star Is Born, the original.
Brilliant.
But I mean, I love the Bradley and Gaga version. It's I mean, I cry every single time.
Yeah.
First time I watched it was on an airplane, Sheena.
Yeah.
And I was off to meet suppliers, and they had moved us to a back row, and so I had a back row of seats all to myself. Anyway, watched the movie, and I was proper crying. Anyway, the air hostess thought that I was scared of flying, and came to sit beside me. She moved all of our chairs. She was like, I'll come and I'll sit and I'll hold your hand. I said, what for? She said, well, because you're scared. I said, I'm not scared. I've just watched A Star is Born. I'm fine flying. I'm going to lie down here with me pillar along this 4-seat stretch and have a little sleep because I feel sorry for myself. She was like, oh, all right, then I'll bring you a gin. Yeah, thank you. That'll do nicely. Yeah, you don't need to hold my hand, but I will have a gin. Yeah, I'm over it, but it was really a good movie.
Yeah, bring that.
Oh, I love it. It's fabulous, isn't it? Yeah, because, Sheena, did you know that Bradley Wiggins is my second husband?
Is he really?
Not Bradley Wiggins. He's a bike rider. Bradley Cooper. Definitely not Bradley Wiggins.
Is Bradley Wiggins a sportsman?
I said that before. I said Bradley Walsh before. He's definitely not my second husband. Bradley Cooper, he's my second husband.
Right.
Yeah,
fair
Simon,
enough.
my first and current husband, does know this.
Does he? And he accepts that? Right, fair enough. That's okay then. So Simon's okay with that. Right, so I've got this quite wet now, and the thing is, if you can tape this to a board and keep it straight, it's easier. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking putting some the finer salt along here.
Do you know, Sheena, I've never done the finer salt.
And pop a little bit across there. So I'm thinking it might...
Look at how it muddles it.
Yeah, that's
Sheena,
what I'm
I've never
thinking.
done that before, and I really like
texture
it.
And maybe surf on the water.
Oh.
And we'll see how that works. We'll pop it to one side. And cling film as well. So cling film, should we do a cling film one? And
yes,
then
please.
We'll do just an inky background.
Right.
Those ones we'll have to come back with. We'll have to leave them for, an hour or whatever. But we'll do a cling film one. So with the cling film, I'm just going to go any colour with this. Let's do that gorgeous raspberry. Let's do the amethyst.
I've just seen a great comment, Sheena. Yeah. I'm going to get you to get your best impersonation on.
Oh no!
Yeah, because I know you can do it.
Oh no! Dear.
And when I tell you, you've got to remember that meme that me and you send each other constantly, just for giggles.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I could share live on air.
Yeah.
But young I was, needed the money I did.
Young I was.
Young I was, needed the money I did. Anyway.
Yeah, that one was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Elena Selby on YouTube says, watch every Wednesday, and I nearly watch them on replay as much as I watch Star Wars. Sheena is my Yoda of crafting.
Like it, you will.
Inky you
it
are.
is. Yeah, we had it with Ben. We did a Lady Penelope and Parker kind of like, yeah. We just keep swapping. Sometimes I was Lady Penelope, sometimes he was, and sometimes he was Parker, and sometimes I was. So yeah, that was. This is cling film, isn't it? I nearly forgot.
Yes,
right.
Cling
So
film.
cling film. So you put the cling film on, and then we're going to push it around the surface of the card. And again, this has to be wet to do anything. Okay, you can't. If your card has started to dry, nothing will happen.
Okay.
It will all be for naught. And you want these facets. You want these wrinkly crinklies in the paper, because that's what's going to push that around and hopefully give you some effect. But all of those have to just go to one side now, which is why we started off with them. It's one of those demonstrations you have to just we'll come back, we've got to be patient.
Okay.
It's not an instant kind of,
do you know what I love that though, Sheena? Because I think sometimes when people are crafting at home and you do one of these salt backgrounds or a cling film or something that you've seen, because very often we have them prepared in several steps and we say to you, that's how you do it, pop it to one side, here's one I did earlier, and do the reveal. You could be forgiven for thinking 10 minutes later we're doing the reveal, where actually you do need a good amount of time for these things to dry naturally more often than forced with heat, don't you, Sheena?
Absolutely, that's right. And like I say, some things, I like to hurry things up where I can, but some things you just can't.
No.
So,
I absolutely agree with you. Now, while we're just waiting for them and you're getting ready for the next whatever you're going to do, Sheena, let's just have a quick look at these. I don't know if you've seen these, Sheena, but oh my word, how much I adore these stamps. They're the chalkboard versions. Absolutely beautiful. I loved it when we released these. And fantastic on black card, heat embossed. stamped in a white pigment ink and heat embossed. Looks incredible, that real chalkboard retro effect, isn't it?
Looks really cool.
But then look what it's like when you do the inky backgrounds, and if you think about those duets we had on earlier with your shimmers as well, going to work really well with all of the backgrounds that Sheena is going to show you later, and all of the backgrounds that we've been looking at today. So let's have a look at the stamps we've got. We've got the greatest thing you can do, I'm going to have to try and read this off the screen. The greatest thing you can be is yourself, I think that says.
Yeah.
And then we've got do more of what makes you happy. We definitely need to do that. Definitely need to do more of what makes us happy. Are you getting all of these, Johnny? All of these for 28.61 or 40, all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
Is that 11 sets, Johnny? 10. 10 stamps and an ink pad for 28.61.
Fabulous, yeah.
I mean, that's not even £2.80 because you've got your ink pad in there as well as set, or $4. That's absolutely incredible.
And you've got the ink pad
you
as
don't
well.
have to be perfect to be amazing. That's for me and you.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be perfect to be amazing.
We do embrace that one.
We do embrace that. That's life mantra.
Yes.
Life is tough, but so are you. Love that one. I'm going to move these out the way because they're just going to get in the road and get on my nerves. Make your dreams happen. Definitely do that. Enjoy the sweet little moments. That's me when I'm with my granddaughters, because that could be a sweet little moment of Ada's eating her biscuit, stands above the floor, walks over and gives Grandma a bite of her biscuit. That's a sweet little moment. She does that when she offers her food to you, or just impromptu big cuddle and tells me she uffs us, which means she loves us. Uff you, Mama. Oh, uff you too, Ada. And it's those little things, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. And, you know, stamps like this invoke those moments for you, don't they? Laughter is definitely the best medicine. That's something that we know about, Sheena.
Absolutely.
There isn't, honestly, I mean, apologies to every other one of my friends who may be watching or may not be watching. I don't have another friend in this planet who makes me laugh as much as Sheena.
And likewise.
Seriously, just laugh the whole time.
Yeah, we just get it. Like, yeah, doesn't even have to say anything.
You speak in Morse code. I just have to look at you and giggle because I know what you're thinking. It's a true story. And then we've also got there, what's that say? Go out there and do amazing things. Yes. Go out there and do amazing things. That's great for somebody graduating.
Yes, fantastic.
Isn't that a good card for somebody graduating?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or leaving school, or having a career change.
I haven't seen these. These aren't what I have.
Are they not?
No, so far. I haven't got any of them.
Have you not?
Mine are different. Have I made mine up?
Yeah. I'll come and have a look at yours in a minute.
I might still have some.
You might still have some. We'll come and have a little rummage.
No.
Life is too... I wondered why you were looking confused.
Yeah. Did you say that like that? Because it's me in a monologue again, Leann, isn't it?
I could see her looking at them and think, what is confusing Sheena? But there we go. That's what it is. Life is too... important to be taken seriously. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And... may you be forever blessed. I love that. Aww. I love that. For anybody that, you know, anybody of any faith where you want to send a card that might not be too religious, but you want to just send something faith-based, that is a fantastic stamp for that. You're getting all 10 of those, and also actually goes across many faiths, which is what I like. It's not specific to any particular one. I just think it's fabulous. So you've got 10 lovely stamps in there, and you've got a white pigment ink pad included for $28.61 or $40.18. Great price, great saving, and a fantastic set of stamps which stamp pristinely and make a make a good statement in the front of a card. You don't have to do much else to it at all. Sheena, do you need me to get you an extra set of these?
Well, yes, because I have breathe in and breathe out.
Oh, let me go and get you an extra set of these, Sheena.
Thank you, Leann.
Why don't you...
why don't I do this card here that I prepared? Look, ooh, I've got a card prepared.
Why don't you do that with the Shimmer inks?
Sorry?
Are they with the Shimmer inks?
Shimmer inks.
Do that with the Shimmer inks, and I'll go and get you some stamps and we can come back to them while everybody does their shopping. Is that okay?
Fantastic. I like it. All right, so, okay, so this one here, we're going to stamp, and we're going to use the Paint Fusion stamps. And these stamps come with, in the packaging, the instructions on how to paint in a folk art style if you wish to do that. So that's what they come out like that. But I'm not going to like linger on that because we're going to use them in a non-fusion fashion, as I
Me
said.
and John are coming in.
So what there, thank you. Yeah, well, those were the ones I had at home, Leann. I was given at home, so I didn't. They weren't there already.
They're not under there, John.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this lilac and show you how we can create that card like this, where it's all joined together and painted. Can you see the shimmer on it? I love that reflection on it. So first thing is we're going to use the, let's use the amethyst. So we'll ink that up.
I think it's amazing with that shimmer ink, mine, Sheena, and I would never have thought of doing that.
What, they're stamping and colouring with this?
And you know how much I love the lilac. The lilac's one of my favourites.
Honestly, it does look so, it does work so well with it. So that's the first bit. I'll clean this in the break, so we'll pop that there and we'll come back to it. And then we're going to use the smaller lilac to just give it a little bit more shape. The good thing, because these stamps are all kind of modular, you know, the leaves are separate from the like the florals and things like that. It means that you can put them where you want them, so you can kind of make them fit whatever project you're using. Well, we'll put a little bit of ink in there.
Sheena, Debbie Durant, I have to just tell you,
yes.
Debbie Durant,
yeah,
she's added a tune to Chiv's tunes.
Oh, has she? What is
Debbie
it?
Durant, because she says, in the words of Bucks Fizz, when using salt, you really got to speed it up. That's also, John's now dancing and singing, John likes that. And that's also topical for Eurovision, because it won Eurovision back in...
Absolutely.
Would it be 78? I don't know. It would be 78 or 79.
Oh, Leann, I'm impressed that you know dates.
I only know because I was in the junior schoolyard whipping my skirt off. I had gym skirt. I had shorts underneath everybody, but I was pretending to be Bucks Fizz.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Speeding it up and slowing it down. I had the little jaunty ponytail, bobbing around. 10-year-old Leann.
Oh
no.
Oh, picture it. You know what I remember? I remember seeing ABBA win. That's sad. That's going back a bit. When ABBA won, Leann.
ABBA won Waterloo.
Waterloo, absolutely.
I remember that.
Wasn't it? See, I like the old songs though, because you know I love 60s stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, so I like the old, like the Sandy Show. You know, you put it on a string.
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Yeah, very
right.
good.
So we've got this there. That looks a little bit kind of strange because we can see through it. We've got just outlines, but now we're going to colour with it. So I've got the two colours. I'm going to colour the lilac with. We're going to go with the sugar plum. And, actually, maybe some raspberry as well. We might use 3 colours, bear with. Just because, why would you not? Because these are all colours that are going to work in that demonstration. So we've got them there. And we're going to take some water. John's just got me those stamps.
There you go.
Thanks, John.
He's a good one.
Yeah. And I'm going to take the lightest colour first, and I'm just going to wash over like this. Just wash over this area, and I'm not worrying too much about... being perfectly within the lines, because we want to make it a little bit abstracty looking. So the lighter colour on the top, like this, and this is what's going to give it kind of like a bit of shape, a bit of contouring. And then we'll use the mid colour here in the centre, so as if the light's catching it on the top, and then the dark colour at the bottom. So you see how, now if you want more shimmer, it's really easy, don't add as much water. So, because basically if you dilute it too much, you're just making that shimmery element spread over a larger surface.
Yes.
So more intense colour means more shimmer too.
More shimmer.
Yeah, but it's nice that you can use them in a watercolour effect.
Yeah.
And build them up as well, Leann, if you want.
Yeah.
So that's that one done. We're going to do the same for this one here. So we'll start with a lighter around this area. So again, just scribble and continue like that.
I love that. And very easy. I mean,
It's
that's
so
just scribbling
easy.
some colour on, isn't it, Sheena?
Oh, you know what I would say is, for beginners, what you'll probably find you doing is being too careful. That's exactly what happens. You're like super careful. You think if I really, really try harder and slow it down and you know, really, it'll be better. And honestly, it's not. Just put it on, do it like I am, just little scribbly marks with a paintbrush. And it's going to look cooler like that. It's difficult. Artists, for when I draw, I tend to draw really tight and precise. And it's not easy loosening that style up and being more kind of, you know, free with it and not as
more
impressionistic. Exact. Yes, more impressionistic. And it looks more fun that way too sometimes as well. So, you know, trying to do that it's not, you know, it's difficult for not just you.
Yes,
we
completely
all
understand.
find that a challenge sometimes.
Laurie Barnett says, these Shimmer ink pads are the best. The colour coverage is amazing and has the perfect amount of shimmer. Hope we get more colours, wink, wink. Be careful what you wish for, Laurie. Joy Sampson says, oh, I love the Shimmer ink pads. Thank you, Joy. Linda Armstead, I was making cards with my Shimmer ink pads today. Send a couple of pictures in. Linda, we'd like to see what you made. Do share. We'll get George to do the magic and we'll be able to show you. So let's see what you did. Sylv Sparkly says, hello, lovely peeps. Acute and chron out workers interrupt us today. That's very good. Haven't even had CTV on in the background. How very dare they? Oh, rude. Joy says, Sheena has made Wednesdays my beautiful beginnings. Always something new. Thank you, Sheena.
Oh, welcome. I'm loving it.
Lovely.
I'm absolutely loving being here. It's just such a lovely atmosphere. And it's, you know, you need the right atmosphere to be able to feel free to be creative and just go off piste and play. And that's what we can do. And that's all thanks to the team and the atmosphere. And, you know, the whole setup is just such a good place for that to happen. So I'm just continuing here. So just what I'm doing is I'm picking out those main flowers to just highlight, to make them a focal feature. And they're going to be more sparkly too because you've basically used the ink less dilute. So they're going to bling more than the other ones and that just gives it the texture.
I have to say, I am in awe of that.
Isn't it pretty?
Beautiful, Sheena.
Thank you.
Picking out that intense colour in certain little places. I would not have been brave enough to try that, but it looks incredible.
Thank you. What I'm doing, I'm going to try. Well, I've got a mark on there, but we'll just have to pretend that it's not there.
You can't see
We'll come back to it.
We'll stick a sentiment on it later.
You didn't see that. That didn't happen. So we'll do the leaves now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this up here. But you saw how little I used as well and how far it went. Now, when this dries, like a lot of other sparkly products, like sparkle overlay, you'll see it more when it dries. So we're going to go back with this colour. This is the Frosty Mint. We'll pop that there, and we're going to take some of this gorgeous lime soda. Pop that there. And, you know, maybe a little bit of the raspberry. Who would have thunk it?
Oh, look at you. What?
I know. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take...
Are we going to see more Harry Potter nonsense?
Sorry?
Are we going to see more Harry Potter nonsense
Absolutely.
with the raspberry?
More. Yes, I'm hoping you like it. I might be building it up a bit much. So what we're going to do is take this gorgeous bright green and think about where think of the sun's hitting the top of these leaves, where we've kind of made the top of the flowers the lighter area. So just to keep it simple, we'll drag this lighter, gorgeous, like citrusy, juicy lime green.
Oh, I love that.
Like this.
Sheena, we're just going to say thank you to Phil Watson on YouTube.
Yes.
Books Fairs 1981.
What was that, Books Fairs? Really?
Books Fairs 1981.
Wow. I bet it's amazing in Liverpool at the minute, you know.
Oh, well, Joe's there. I've sent him a message. Nigel May's there. He was there with Pete Waterman. He's put a picture of himself on with Pete Waterman, Nigel. So he might be there in his radio capacity. Who knows? I know Joe's there, living his best life. Sent me a message, a couple of photographs. He was watching Sonia perform live the other night. That would have been exciting for him. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Yeah, it would be amazing, wouldn't it, to be there? I love Liverpool anyway, because I love the Beatles, you know, so that's me happy just going around all the Beatles areas. And right, so now, what I'm doing, again, with this one, same deal, so the lighter colour on the top, then the darker green on the bottom, and then just blend one into the other like this, just light brush strokes like this, back and forward, and you'll get that really pretty blend.
Oh, wow.
It's it works nicely, doesn't it? So
And you
we'll
know,
do.
I mean, I launched these ink pads, Sheena,
Yeah.
back in October. I didn't do very much watercolouring like this.
Oh,
In fact, I don't know if I did any, to be fair.
well,
And I'm regretting that.
yeah, they look. I mean, well, yeah. Hey, Leann, good job. They work great. But isn't that just the way when you do
Yeah.
your own kind of like designing
You
sometimes?
do your own thing, yeah.
Yeah, you
Look
don't
at
get to
that
play with them
raspberry.
as much as other people do sometimes.
That
So
looks beautiful.
just what I've done is I've popped that little bit of red in there, because what it does is it tones down that green and it makes it look, of course you can mix it, because with them being water based, it just they mix together. You can mix them on the paper, or you can mix them on your palette, but it just makes it look a lot more natural, but still with that shimmer,
It
and
looks of nature,
shades
doesn't
them like that. So pop that there, and then we're going to mix a little bit to create the like the stalk for the so everything's joined together. And
flower.
the best way to do that, Leann, is to pop a little bit of this the frosty mist mint in there, and we'll use the raspberry again, and we'll mix those two together, and we'll get like a greyish kind of brownie colour.
Oh.
So this is where you get your alchemy thing happening.
Oh.
It looks like a little bit purpley if we use, but it doesn't matter. So what you're going to do is just draw a little bit like this, like that. So as if you've got like a little, you know, where they're joined together.
Oh, now this is where, have you got any top tips for how to do those lines in that way? Because sometimes I've tried that and I end up with what looks like
So
like
the
a
top
two-year-old
tip
took a
is
crayon,
when
like
I
a massive
stamped them,
splodge.
Leann, I made sure everything was pointing
Right.
in the same direction.
Right.
So when I come to do this bit here, I can easily attach it like this, and this one here I can attach.
I
You
did
see?
wonder, I did think that leaf
Yeah.
was just floating.
And then these little bits here, you just kind of want a thicker bit, and just imagine, you know, that they've got the little bits like this where they kind of, you know, there's more going on there than it looks, you see. And then you can just make that bit a little bit thicker, and that's basically it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to show you. And you see, you can go over and layer as well, Leann. If you want more drama, sometimes you've got to be brave and think, that looks nice, but what would it look like if I go? So just try it, and that looks actually better. Oh, I've gone a little bit outside there, but that's okay. We'll just drag a little bit of the green in there as well. But I'm liking that darker tone again. I just think it looks like you've got more.
Almost autumnal, it's beautiful.
When you look at leaves, you know, to make them look interesting, to have some more colours in there as well, and making that a little bit darker, it's also covered a little bit of that lilac which was showing. So I'm going to dry that, and then we'll see about putting a little bit of white highlight on it, and then we'll see the bling on it.
Oh my
it's
word,
not blinging
it's
like
incredible.
it could,
I mean,
yeah.
you can already see when you're moving on the light there. I have to say, Sheena, that has blown my tiny mind. It really has. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see it dry. Sherry Miller says, love watching you both. I'm rolling with laughter. Thank you, Sherry. I have to say, I don't know how many times you would read this in a comment. I'm just going to... So, Jane L. Safdie on YouTube. Hello, Jane. I downloaded Chiv's Tunes this afternoon and played it whilst I was in the garden this afternoon. Thank you, Jane. I was barricading the garden from the wild boar.
Wow.
A wild boar coming into the garden,
Wow.
Sheena. Imagine going out there in your mules and your dressing gown for a cup of tea on the morning and being confronted with the boar in the garden.
We get the odd squirrel.
I mean, we get like a hedgehog. We get the neighbourhood cats.
Yeah.
We do get a heron looking in the pond for the fish. We get a heron on the fence, but we don't get any wild boars where I am. Sarah Brown is laughing out loud a lot at the salt boulders. Carol's ordered the boxes and paint tubes. It's really going to be fun. Thank you, Carol. It is going to be fun creating some keepsake boxes for friends and family. I agree with you. Tim on YouTube says, Leann, laughing, lots of laughing. Love your Yoda voice. Grateful I am. Maeve, you two girlies are wonderful. Loving the banter. Thank you, Maeve. Mauve. How do I say that? M-E-A-V-E. Is it Maeve? Maeve. Maeve? Maeve.
Maeve.
Let us know if it's Maeve
yeah.
or Maeve phonetically.
Maeve, yeah.
Sherry says, tell Sheena Mrs. Miller is here and needs her to sing to me as Mrs. Miller.
Oh, have you heard Miss Leann? Have you?
No, who's Mrs. Miller?
Leann.
What's this? What
This
is
is
it?
my gift to you today.
Oh, come on then,
So
I'm ready.
last
Prepared.
week, we were talking a bit like, here's my lady, like, Parker. And
Yeah.
Yes, Parker.
Yeah.
So, and then I did something, and it was Royal and Langnickel. And it sounded like, have you seen Julia with Julia Childs?
Yes, with it baking the cakes.
Oh, and welcome to the front shelf of Julia Childs. And so, then, this is weird because I was thinking in my head, if Julia Childs...
Very good impersonation of Julia Childs.
Bon appetit. So, yeah, move over Lancashire and Streep. What can I say? So, but we said, I was thinking, I bet if she sung, she'd sound like Mrs. Miller. And Ben said in the break, have you heard Mrs. Miller? I went, oh, Ben, we have found all my people. He actually knew about Mrs. Miller.
Did he?
So on Spotify, you've got look for Mrs. Miller.
Right, I'm going to do it.
You have not heard anything like it. If you thought Florence Foster Jenkins was amusing on her vocals,
yes,
you've heard nothing yet.
Okay, I'm going to absolutely do that in the break
tonight, and let me know
tonight, and I'm going to message you. Okay, thank you for that gift, Sheena. I will let you know how I go tonight. Karen Rawlins says she loves a bit of messy craft. Susan says hello from a thundery southeast of England. Carlotta's got a question. I see some presenters clean their stamps and some don't. Won't mess up the stamps if you don't.
What was that?
See some presenters clean their stamps and some don't. Won't it mess them up if you don't?
How spooky. I was cleaning them. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. I was
cleaning her
it
stamps
just
there.
as it, yeah. Well,
I would say you should always clean your stamp.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the speed of the demonstration, because we want to do so much for you, we'll put it to one side and not clean it. That's not because we're not going to. We're going to do it later.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yes, you should clean your stamps at home. And I don't know if it's in stock on the website, but the stamp cleaning station and the solution is an absolute, it's going to save everything that Sheena's doing. It isn't stock. Go and get the cleaning station and the fluid, and it just makes cleaning your stamps an absolute breeze. Have you seen that yet, Sheena?
I've just got it and I haven't used it yet. Literally, I've just got it and I can't wait because that is an essential.
It's over there. I'm going to come and show you in the break because it'll make what you're doing now a breeze.
A breeze, right.
Yeah.
I'll do it one up again for you, Leann. We'll do something else.
Yeah, and then I'll come over and I'll show you. I will do a little demo.
Right.
Right, is it dry? Should we have, I mean, I've got another 50 comments here to go through. It's wonderful that you're all joining us, I have to say. Are you still drying, Sheena?
I'm dry.
No, doing highlights?
Yeah, I'm done,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can do some little highlights on here as well if you want. You can put the little dots in the flowers if you want to do that with a gel pen, or the acrylic marker pen. That's really good. That's great, but it's just a bit thick, so you can take the white out of it and then draw it on there.
Yes.
This pen may be a little bit it's not working for me as well as it could, but yeah, we'll leave that. It looks pretty good anyway, as much as I need. But if you're going to use a white gel pen, use it sparingly. You don't want it to overpower what you've got.
No.
Actually, I like those little dots just in the centre. Just gives it a little bit of texture. Yes. And then I'm going to hold this up and show you the bling, because that's really what I wanted to show you. Wow. Are you getting the shine on that? Is that picking that up there?
Yeah, there, it just flashed.
Yeah.
Wiggle it just a little bit. What's that song? Wiggle it just a little bit.
See the shine on the leaf?
Look, beautiful, Sheena, absolutely beautiful. Kathleen White wants to know, what kind of paper are you working with, Sheena?
Watercolour.
Watercolour card?
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at the sheen. This is the thing I love about the Shimmer inks. They're not full-on glitter. It's not like the sparkle pens that we did. It's a very intense pearlescence.
It's so pretty.
It's not particles of glitter, is it? It's like a shimmer, a shine.
And that's lovely. That's what I like. And it's, you know what it is? It's what adds more interest is adding those colours in that you think, whoa, what pink and the raspberry and the leaf, but look at how much better it looks. But it's the contrast with the shine and the matte, chalky background of the. I think I wouldn't ink that background. I wouldn't do anything on it because I think that contrast is what makes that really.
Oh, I think it's beautiful. Absolutely lovely, Sheena. I've loved watching that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now that Sheena has got her chalkboard stamps, we will do that when we come back. But we're going to give you a chance to check out. You're already putting the boxes in your basket. You're going for the Shimmer ink pad deal as well. You're loving that. A few of you are going to look for the stamp cleaning station too. So it's on the website. Pop along. Get what you need, check out your baskets, going to have a little break while you do that, and we'll get ready for the next demonstration. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp, get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
There once was a man who was very crafty. His name was Craig from Carnoustie. He joined the team on Crafters TV. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He wanted to prove he was the man, but he lost at craft wars to Leann. But 2 weeks later he beat Jan. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. He did so well on Crafters TV, Sara sent him off to Germany, where he did some work for QVC. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. His crafting skills, they aren't half bad. In fact, I'd say they're totally rad. That's mainly down to his favourite foam pads. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. The crafters, they loved him a lotty for his charm and skill. They went quite potty, they nicknamed him the Hardy Scotty. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live. In the crafting world, he's standing tall. He's the best Scottish crafter of them all. Catch him Monday to Friday on his wake-up call. Oh, crafty Scottish man craft. Soon may the crafty man come to bring us demos and inspiration. Each day when his crafting is done, he might do a Facebook Live.
He really is the Scotty Hottie, and I think that's one of Ben's best songs that he's done for us. I absolutely love it. That and I Craft Everywhere Man. Have you heard that, Sheena?
I have. I heard of week 1. That was brilliant.
Honestly, to the Johnny Cash tune, it's absolutely fantastic. I really love it. He's such a talent, is Ben. He really, really is. I love, 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 love that. I think Craig's back up home now, isn't he, in Scotland? So he's gone home for a little break, which will be lovely to see his family. He'll be back soon, never fear. We have got a hero tool for you.
Woo.
And you know, I have to say, this forever will be my hero tool. I bought the Ultimate Pro from Sara, watching a TV sales presentation before I had even been introduced to Sara.
Really?
So before we'd been introduced, before she knew that I existed in the world, and before any of the rest is history in terms of meeting, getting a job, and etc. that happened, I watched her demonstrate this and thought, oh my word, I need that in my life. I still have the original one that I bought. It's got Leann Chivers Sharpied on it, so nobody would steal it at craft classes. And quite honestly, every time I craft, I use it, especially for card bases and boxes, because it is such a genius 10-in-1 tool. You've got the card scoring, all of the lines on this side where you can do your half folds, your gate folds, your quarter fold, for A5 and for A6. You, if you're ordering in the US, will get the sizes specifically for US letter size card.
Excellent.
So don't fear for that. You've got the envelope and envelope box maker on the reverse. You've got your decorative pop-out scoring shapes and your decorative pieces. Inside the board, you've got your box maker to do your box lid and base. You've got your pop-out embossing shapes, and then inside the tool, you've got all of the pieces that come inside in terms of the gadgets that you need. So you've got your full instructions with all of your envelope and all of your envelope sizes in there. You've got your included paper trimmer, your actual cutter, your little mouse that has a little blade you can just see sticking out there, which will do your paper trimming for you as well. And you've got your bow maker pegs here, so that you can do all of your bow making. Instructions for all of this is in this manual, and you've got your 2 scoring tools, your card folding and detail embellishment scoring tools in there. All of that then clips up with a clip. 10-in-1 functions your Ultimate Pro. It is something that I genuinely would never give up when it comes to paper crafting. It's the thing that I go back to time and time and time again, and I know so many hundreds and thousands of you say that. We've sold over the hundreds of thousands of these over the years, Sheena, lots of them, hundreds of thousands. We make them here in the northeast in a factory not far from this office, so it's a UK-made tool as well. And the tools that we sell for the US and the UK in the 2 different card and paper sizes, all made here about 5 miles from this office, which I think is a great bit of provenance as well. So if you buy the Ultimate Pro today, you're going to get free your bone folders, your 3mm red liner tip, which is perfect for your envelopes and your envelope boxes, and we're going to give you 25 sheets of our Centura Pearl Snow White cardstock, which really does get you a head start in terms of making your beautiful card bases and your envelope boxes. So you're getting the card, the bone folders and the 3mm tape completely free of charge if you purchase your Ultimate Pro today. There are so many videos for this on YouTube, so you can see how it's used. Instructions are inside. For me, there has never been a scoring tool made as good as the Ultimate Pro. That's my opinion, but I stand by that because I bought it many, many, many years ago when it first launched, and I still have it and use it every day. It's as good as new. Okay, so that's our hero tool. Are you ready with your chalkboard stamps now?
I am. I thought we'd do some backgrounds.
Let's have a look. Let's do that then, Sheena. Thank you.
Yay, cool. So I've been playing with these shimmer backgrounds, and I did this on card that isn't even meant to be that great to work with inks. And these, you know, all ink pads
look at the shine.
I know. All ink pads have their power-ups, don't they? But that's why not one ink pad does all.
No.
You know, we've got the new duets now. We've got the water reactive that you know you can do the full bleaching and things, but they don't look like the shimmering pads. That's their power up. But what they don't particularly, they haven't been created to do is to blend like you would with the blending tool, Leann. Am I right? Because they
Yes.
are thicker, they're gloopier,
Yes.
they're pigment-based,
Yes.
they're great for stamping and embossing, but they're not as easily in their natural state going to blend like the
No,
like
they
the
just
water
resist
reactive.
each other. They push around the top of the
Absolutely.
surface of the card and they don't kind of meld together very easily.
But look
In
at
fact,
these.
I can't wait to see how you've done this,
Look
because
at them.
if anybody had told me that that was possible with Shimmer inks, I would have said
Yeah.
no. I would have said
And
it's
the
not
thing
possible.
is, we're not losing the
No.
shine. Look, so I've done some different colourways. Look at that.
That's like a peacock feather.
You would think that was on a Centura pearl card.
you really would.
It is
And these
like
were just
peacock.
done multi-purpose?
Is it multi-purpose? Not even
the card for
watercolour
doing an ink
card.
and technique? No.
So I've got watercolour card here,
Okay.
which we can use, and I've got some multi-purpose. But actually, if I've got some multi-purpose, we should use that. Shall we do that on there? And then so you can see
Yeah,
just how
why
cool
not?
it is on that. So we'll move the watercolour card, bring the multi-purpose there. Oh, I should mention this as well.
Yeah.
Look, on Centura pearl, metallic.
Behave.
Yeah, but look, it looks like... Now, what you get when you do it on this is it does swirl around. It looks like marble or tie-dye or something. The inks move when it does push one into the other, but use the stronger colours and colours that work with that.
And heat set?
Heat set, absolutely.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is incredible. And that was just on, what, a hint of Snow White?
Yes, that would be look stunning.
Wow.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we'll pick a colourway. Let's say we'll do, which colourway do you like, Leann?
Oh, I'm a green and blue girl. Do
you want
I
to do
like that?
pink?
Yeah, that one. The
Let's
one with
do
the
that
lilac
one.
in as well. The other one, that one.
This
Yeah, I
one,
love that
yeah.
peacock
Right,
feathery.
so what you're going to do is you're going to take your colours out, and as always when I'm blending with my with inks, any inks, I start with the lightest colour first.
Okay.
Because you can, what you want to do is you want to avoid contaminating that one with other colours, because
Yes.
you can always go darker, but you can't put the light back.
No.
All right. So this is the one we're going to be using more of than anything. Now I've put my glycerin into these little bottles. I bought these bottles. I did it for a workshop. You've never seen anything as difficult as putting glycerin in one of these things.
I bet.
Oh, I had all kinds of things going on, but finally it worked it out and managed to do it. So they're just easier to use like that, just in the big bottle. But that's what it is, glycerin. I'm going to leave that
And
out.
so the glycerin isn't going to infect with the shimmer?
It's not going to stop the shimmer. It's not going to, like, you can't stop the beat. You can't stop the shimmer. It's
Okay.
all good.
That's good.
All right. So I'm going to
you
take a different.
on your feet. I'm going to have to put that on the Spotify.
Yeah, you
on
are.
the
See?
tunes.
Did you
Yeah,
get that?
that's
Did you get
going
it?
on.
Did you see? You didn't miss it.
At this point, can I just say, people have asked me in the past, can I use my ink pads with glycerin? And I always say, do not put glycerin in your ink pad. So what Shane is showing you now is she's decanted the ink onto the glass mat and put the glycerin onto the decanted on the glass mat. What you wouldn't do at this point is take your shimmer ink pad back on top of that and contaminate the ink pad with any glycerin.
No.
You need to use what's on your mat, clean it away, and then do it again should you need more of the colour. Don't get any
Absolutely.
glycerin onto the actual ink pad, because you will inhibit how it works. Only do it
Absolutely.
in the way Shane is showing you here.
Absolutely. Cheers, Leann. That's exactly right. Which is why you take the ink out, put it on your mat.
Yeah.
But look at how easy that's blending, Leann.
That's
Look at that.
incredible. I would
Look at
never have
that.
believed it if I hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Isn't it fantastic?
Because you have to work at it.
No, absolutely.
If you don't have
absolutely.
that.
And like Leann says, just wipe that little bit up and splodge your ink pad down again. Pick up a little bit more, because I did say that was the colour I'm going to be using more of. So we'll pop a little bit more out there. What you'll find as well, you won't have to put glycerin on every time you use it. Once you get that first layer down, it's like, you know, it's kind of like as if you're oiling the card, but it's not oil.
No.
It's water-based product. And what it does, it thickens. God, you know, how long ago was it since I've come up with this? The glycerin.
Well, do you know, I
blending?
was literally just thinking there, Sheena, as you were doing that, I would hazard a guess, and I think I'd be accurate, if I said, I bet more than half of our viewers currently don't know and haven't heard of the four leather technique.
Really? We've got to do that then as well.
So I think, Sheena, coming up in one of the shows, I think we've got to do it, Sheena.
we have, because that's what led me to then try the glycerin with inks to try the blending, because one thing led to another.
It did.
And if you're a crafter, you know, you're curious and you think, I wonder if, and what happens if I do this? And
Now,
that's
it's got to be 10 years ago, Sheena.
Yeah, it must be. It must be. And that faux leather was such a cool look. yeah, we just need some embossing folders on a show.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we'll do, Leann.
I'll have a word.
Sure. Let's do it. So last one, this purple here. Now this is going to be a little bit more intense, so this is going to show up more on this background. So I may come back and go over the top of that with a little bit more pure colour, not glycerin.
Yes.
Because it's blending it, it's watered it down a little bit more than the others. But that doesn't matter because it's still allowing me to get that nice blend, that transition. Can you see we've got no harsh lines? And that's with an ink pad that hasn't been designed to blend, but the fact we can blend
it's
seamlessly.
incredible. Well, it just gives you another use, like you say, powering up. Kathleen White on Facebook says, I love you showing multiple uses for things. You can stamp and paint. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think what Kathleen's talking about there is the shimmers earlier.
Yeah.
Not only can you stamp and paint, look at what Sheena's doing right now, Kathleen, with these shimmer ink pads using the addition of that little bit of glycerin to do that beautiful blended background. And in the past, I've said to you, you're not going to get a great result if you try and blend them because that's not what they were designed for.
That's right.
But look what you can do now.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Do you know, Sheena, I hadn't honestly thought of doing that. And so I am learning along with you in this Beautiful Beginnings show. And that's what I love about Beautiful Beginnings, because even when you're long in the tooth like me in the craft and you've been doing it for quite a while and you think you've seen almost everything you could possibly see, Sheena comes along and shows me something entirely different using a product I designed in a way I didn't expect it to work. And that's what I love, because we're always learning something new with the products that we've got, Sheena.
That's what a good craft product does for you. It keeps, wouldn't it be boring if we'd done everything you can do with a product in day one? Well, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm over that. Because I have had things like that where they look great and I'm toning and it's like, all right, now what am I going to do? But good core products like these, like everything we've used today, core products, they are the foundation. You don't need special kits for this, a special kit for that. You just use the right colour combinations and combinations of those products to get amazing results. So, shall I show you where I took it next, Leann?
Yes.
So, we've got a couple here. Let's do a couple. So, what I would do here, now I think I want texture. I like that, but I want a bit of texture on it. So, faux bleach. But this doesn't faux bleach because it's dried and you can layer it. It's not, and that's the beauty of it. But I'm not going to layer on it yet, but I still want some texture. So I did a little cheeky kind of move over to the metallic pigments.
Oh, they're nice.
You could go over with the others as well. In fact, I did. Let's do both. So this is where your kitchen sponge comes in again.
Yeah.
All right. Kitchen sponge, wet it, then take out most of the moisture. Now, if I want to add texture to emphasize this on here and make it kind of like just subtle to start with.
Okay.
Use the colours you've used. So use that, use the amethyst, use the raspberry, okay? And what you can do is take your sponge and just pick up a little bit and just gently pound some little bits of texture.
But you're going to get intense little bits of shimmer.
Yeah, so it looks like, so you've got stronger colour. It'll fade into the background a little bit. It'll blend more if you have a little bit of water in there, but I don't want to blend it down. I want the texture on there. I want that to look like, like as if you've picked it up off the mat, or you've used a bit of, instead of the water, you add in some interest to the surface. Yeah, just a little bit here and there. And you can do the same with the purple. And I think it looks cool because it makes it just more interesting to look at, I think.
Oh, I would completely agree with you, Sheena. I mean, and so, I have to say, there are so many comments coming through that I can't possibly read them all out, but we'll do our best. So Carolyn Wilson says, okay, you impressed me again in the second show, and here we go again. That is going to have to go on the Chivs tunes. I have to say, Carolyn Wilson, here we go again, Dolly Parton, Chivs tunes.
Oh, it's a class.
Just for you.
In my head.
Oh,
I've got the little
looking
Dolly kind of
better
bounce.
than a body has the right to. I love that. So that's going on Chivs tunes for you. I'm going to do it right now, Carolyn. Lillian Kwok says, and she says, I haven't had this much fun since maybe ever.
Oh,
That is such a compliment, isn't it?
wow, absolutely, because that's exactly what we wanted to do. Because Leann and I have fun when we're together. We make each other laugh. That's exactly it. And we wanted to do that, but not at the expense of giving you all the information we can give you, because there's not much else in my head, to be honest, other than this stuff. So you might as well use it. There's nothing. Short tunes. Yeah, music and crafting.
Yes.
That's it with me.
That's me too. Maria Cooper on YouTube says, we told my lovely dad was a chorister as a lad and still had a beautiful voice at 89, that Mrs. Miller was Sheena's auntie. We then searched Spotify and found a track. His face was a treat.
Leann, it was classic because, right, like, cause
you think it's...
Maria's mum has no poker face, right? It's like, you know, a mum is like, it's like me. And a dad, bless him. So, yeah, we said, and I was absolutely trying not to laugh all the time. Did you know that Sheena's auntie was a singer up north and really very popular, quite well known? And we played this, and I mean, Maria's dad could sing. He was a chorister, but yeah, and he was that amazing voice. And bless him, trying to be diplomatic, a mum gave up completely. Oh dear, oh dear. And at that point, I just couldn't. I just lost the plot.
That is funny. Barbara Satterley says, I don't think you could get a better compliment than this, honestly. Barbara Satterley on YouTube says, Sheena is Svengali.
Aha, fantastic, thank you.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
But you know, Sheena, we've just seen so many fabulous techniques today. Every one next thing is just so much more impressive than the next. The thing I love is every single one of them made accessible to everybody at home.
That's it, it's a kitchen sponge. It's a bit of pouncing. There's nothing that I'm doing that you can't do, honestly. Or, you know, if there was that, I wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing for very long, would I?
No, exactly.
There's no point.
And in the words of Phil Watson on YouTube, to put it northern, Sheena Douglas is a real good lass.
Oh,
She is, Phil.
cheers, thank you. Well, I love what I do, and I hope that comes across.
It does, Sheena.
This is the best bit, you know, when you're designing, it's kind of like a Billy No Mates kind of deal, you know. So when you get, and I'm a people person, so getting out and seeing and real with people, you know, when I'm let out, that's why it can't shut me up. So can you see how that, picking up that little silver over the top?
Look at that. Oh my, it's honestly.
It actually looks a lot better in real life, but that silver metallic just pounced over the top, that last little bit. And on this one, should we do another one like that?
Yeah,
Should we
why
do
not?
a similar technique. Right, and then I'll clear up and we'll have things dried to try a bit of that stamping on. So on this one, I would definitely go with the, let's go with that, let's go with the amethyst for more texture. Let's do that. So take some of that out of there, and let's go with the, this, might not show it, but we'll try it. Pop some of that on there. The thing is always start with the lighter and see if you can see the texture, and then if you can't, just go with the darker colour. But what I want to do is I would love to see what the gold looks like on the top of this one. I think that'll look fabulous. So this is where all your ink pads, they all come in and complement each other when you use them, you know, to help each other out.
I would just not have known to do that, Sheena. I mean, I know now, and I'll be able to do it going forward, and that's why I love these beautiful beginning shows, because it just gives us that little bit of an extension of things that we get comfortable with. We all get comfortable with what we know and what we can do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a little bit stuck in that rut, don't you?
Absolutely.
And then seeing something like this happening before your eyes, where you think, oh, well, look, I already do a blended background, putting that bit of glycerin on, doing a bit of pouncing with a sponge, I'm going to get something that looks entirely different but very beautiful. And it just inspires you to have another little go and use the things that you've got in a different way. Yeah. I'm blown away with it, I have to say. I really, really love it. And Heather wants to know, do you use vegetable glycerin, Sheena?
Yes, I do. Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Just so you know. And then Amy says, wow, Leann and Sheena, what an amazing combination. Thank you so much, Amy. That's kind. We're just very good friends of many, many years.
Yeah.
Leann, watching Sheena do the florals and berries, etc. The past couple of weeks, I was wondering, can you please come up with a berry collection?
Oh, berries, nice.
That might be nice. I'm just thinking different berries, Sheena.
I think it would be very nice, Leann.
Like It would be very nice indeed. That was very quick.
Very quick. Yeah.
Joy Sampson says, these look amazing. I want to do it. Do it, Joy.
Do it, Joy, do it.
Yes.
Do it, Joy,
if you want to do it and show us the photographs.
Yes.
You can do it.
You can.
Moira says, loving the demonstrations. The colours are beautiful. Amy says, I love listening to Leann and Sheena with all of the tips. You were both a treasure trove of information. That's also because we've been doing it for a couple of years, Amy. But thank you very much for the compliment.
Thank
very
you.
kind of you.
Absolutely.
That looks incredible, Sheena.
Isn't it pretty? I'm doing it in kind of seams. So this could be like a lapis, like a precious stone or something. You could really
like a piece
do
of
that with,
agate,
by
isn't it?
creating veins in
Lovely.
that. I'll put a little bit more of that gold on and then I'll show you. I'm just enjoying myself, as you can see.
That's what it's
So
about.
if you want me to stop and do something else, you just say, and I'll try
Okay.
and stop. But this is the trouble, you start playing, don't you?
You do.
But let me show you what this looks like, because this is where your ink pad, this is where your shimmer ink pads, just make them work for you. Make them be even more amazing by little bits like that. I just think, look, can you see the...
That is incredible. I've got a question for you from Connie Cooper on YouTube. Can you dabble gilding wax using a sponge to get a similar result?
No, I would think not.
I think it might be too splodgy, do you?
And it's what it is it's too... the binder in that gilding wax is kind of like an emulsion. It's kind of a acrylic and wax mix.
Right.
And this works because the water breaks it down a little bit.
Okay.
And it wouldn't, when you try to wipe the gilding wax off with water, it doesn't
go.
You need a baby wipe or you need your stick away.
Yes.
Yeah, so it would kind of just stick to the sponge. You'd be wasting your
You'd be
gilding wax.
wasting it. Okay, well, it's still good to know, isn't it?
Good to know, yeah.
I have to say, Stephanie Theodos, you are nearly filled up a little bit there with your comment, but I'm going to read it out anyway. It's so kind of you, thank you. It says, thank you, Sheena and Leann, for making today so special. With your camaraderie and laughter, never mind the knowledge you bring and pass on to us. It's making my 48th anniversary more special.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Oh, Stephanie, happy 48th anniversary. Thank you for joining us and thank you for passing on that message. We both, I think I can speak on behalf of us both, really appreciate that. We're going to have a quick break now. You're definitely having a look at the boxes. You need to get your baskets checked out. You're definitely popping those shimmering pads in there now. So we're going to give you an opportunity to check out, get what you would like to shop this beautiful beginning show, and then we'll be back with those chalkboard stamps after this little break.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze. If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did. It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan. I am a gnome and I live in a caravan. Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Now, you're loving the showstopper that we brought back to you earlier today, and you're still shopping that. You're specifically loving the Easy Grip mat that's in that bundle. So I thought let's take a minute just to have a look at these brand new ink pads that we launched yesterday for you, and have a look at this showstopper bundle that we've got for you. We had a showstopper yesterday. The brushes within that showstopper sold out, so we've reconfigured this bundle, minus the brushes, a little bit less expensive, still a great saving, and so you can get the ink pads still. We've got our brand new Duet ink pads for you, which are a pigment-based ink pad infused with a titanium oxide, which means when you add water, it gives that lovely, natural, elemental oxidization effect. It's a beautiful chalky ink pad. You can blend with them. You can layer up colours on top of each other. They're opaque, they're pigment. You can heat emboss with them as well. You can mix new colours. There are so many different things you can do with these. The possibilities are endless. You get 12 fabulous new colours in these ink pads. The colours are absolutely glorious. You're getting all 12 of the ink pads. You're also getting 4 full sets of stamps, not 4 stamps, sets of stamps, and they're an A5, a 5x7 full background stamp, which is great. You can use them like that, or as I've been doing, you can cut them up. It's entirely up to you. We give you the full background, we give you some sentiments that can be used in many different configurations, and some textural pieces. So everything you've got to create those lovely kind of collage-y effects. Where am I going to put that? I'll put that there. And now we've got the Fairy Glade. Love the Fairy Glade. I have to say it's one of my favourites. Those lovely kind of poppy heads and seed heads I think are just exquisite, and I'll be using them on their own without the fairies a lot because they're gorgeous. Sheena did an example with that this morning in purple. It was exquisite. Watch it back if you didn't see. The wildflowers, Sheena did another sample with that earlier today. Exquisite. If you didn't see, watch it back. You'll love that. And we've also got that lovely mandala in there. Looks great, heat embossed in a fine white detail embossing powder. We've got for you 4 sets of stencils. These 4 sets of stencils each have 3 designs in, complementary, so you're getting 12 individual stencils as well in this bundle. We've got these 3 in the lovely textural plaid, Hessian and wave design. We've also got these more regal damask and that lovely rose, the swirl and the damask design there. We've got for you my favourite in terms of texture, the argyle, that lovely kind of raindrop, and then the dots and spots. And we've also got the lovely kind of Moroccan fretwork lattice mandala feel there as well with that set for you. And that is a really lovely set too. You're getting all 12 stencils, all 4 sets of stamps, all 12 ink pads, and you're getting an easy grip mat. You will get an easy grip mat in your box. I took mine out earlier so I could show how it works. And if you're new, if you haven't seen me show you with the easy grip mat just yet, let me show you what it looks like. Mine's going to need a little wash because it fell on the floor, but I'm going to show you. So the easy grip mat comes in a square. And when you get it in the square, it's got a grid on the top and it's got a protective bit of plastic underneath. You can leave it as a whole sheet or you can cut it up. I cut mine up, and the reason I cut mine up is I can size it perfectly to the size of an ink pad. Now, if I'm using my ink pad and I'm using an applying ink with a, with a blending tool or whatever it is, it slides all over and you chase your ink pads everywhere when you're trying to do that. Your easy grip will grab onto it and easy grip it. You can't push that around, so it will stay put. It's not glue, it doesn't stick, it's easy on and off. It just grips and stops it sliding all over the table. Equally, if you're working on a piece of card or a project and you don't want that to move around, the rest of your easy grip mat will stop that happening. And if I haven't got my easy grip mat there, it's very easy for me to slide that on the tabletop, but my easy grip mat stops that from happening and it keeps it nice and still for me. It really is a genius tool. You're going to need several of them. You can cut little thin strips for your paintbrushes to stop them rolling away, have them for pens when you're crafting on your knee. Just put it on your lap tray if you're crafting in front of the TV. It'll stop your scissors rolling away and everything else. I actually have some on a lap tray that I use when I'm crocheting, and it stops my crocheting and my darning needles rolling all over and falling down the side of the set. I used to have to dig them out and stab myself in the finger. It just, well, you will find many uses, and lots of you during the day have been saying, I'm using this for my grandson's plate on his high chair to stop the dish sliding all over while he's eating. Johnny wishes he'd had that for the last 9 years of his life. Sheena said she's going to use it in a camper van, because you're going to stop things rolling around when you're travelling.
Yeah, absolutely, be perfect, because things in cupboards and on a van and on a table, if you put a glass down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredible for that. So many different uses for it. It really is a great tool, and actually you've been shopping that individually. Many of those, so you can get it individually on the website. If you're getting the Showstopper bundle but you just want an extra easy grip in there, you can pop yourself an extra easy grip in. Now we're going to go and have a look at those chalkboard stamps now, Sheena.
Yes.
Are you ready? Can we
I am,
look at it? Brilliant.
but I'm also still thinking of that because I took it further in my head. I like wanting a little trip. I cut some of the circles out with those deeper dies that we had on, the nesting deeper dies.
Yes.
And I'm going to make myself some little coasters for the van.
Stick that on the back.
Yeah. Well, just put that on
put that
and just like
underneath.
clear and just get them out when you want to put your glass on, and it doesn't because you don't want to spill anything in a.
However, can you imagine die cutting that?
That's it. Yeah.
That easy grip mat.
That's what I thought with
and
those circles.
hot gluing it
Yeah.
onto the back of your coaster.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And then that'll be. Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. See, you just start.
You're
with
not just a
something
pretty face, Sheena.
Well, kind of.
I'll not have it said, you're not just a pretty face.
Well, so I've got this lined up here. We're going to do one of these stamps now that we've got them, and that I couldn't choose. There's so many I think are really cool. Really important. This is absolutely a thing, and it should be. If Crafters Companion had like a little museum, this would be in it.
It would.
Wouldn't it?
It would.
I can't tell you how long I've had that.
I think you've had that 12 year.
And you can see I've got my initials on to say it's mine, in case it was lost anyway. Yeah, it must be.
I think it's 12-year-old.
Yeah, my anti-static bag. See, it's like, oh, bless it. So I thought, well, this is pretty good. I like this. I love this one. Life is too important to be taken seriously.
Yes,
I love that.
and
I also love laughter is the best medicine. Which one do you think, Leann?
Life is too important to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, take what you do seriously. Don't take yourself.
But don't take yourself seriously.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. So we're going to pop that on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm still bonding with me repositionable stamping platform. I'm still getting to everything's so new. I've got so much to play with. I am like a kid in a toy shop. So we'll pop that on there, line it up, and then I'm going to pop. Right? Oh yeah, because the writing's the clue. I was going to say, what's an easy, quick way to know the right way up? But the writing's the clue.
yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, if you can read it, it's the right way
It's
up.
the right way up.
Yeah.
That'll be it then, yeah. Right, so I've done that. Now I can just put my white on there.
Yeah.
The reason I use the anti-static bag is I'm gonna emboss this because I might have to do this a couple of times with the white because I want it, what I could do if I wanted it really white is to use this and then use some white embossing powder. That would be super white.
It would.
Would be super white. So this might be white, but not super white.
I've got some white embossing powder if you'd like it.
Have you?
Would you like me to come over there for a rummage?
Yes, if you have. I think that would look better. And I'll do this another stamp on this.
Yes, I'll come over and help you.
Leann, nothing happened.
What happened?
I can't see a thing.
Neither can
Leann, what happened?
I don't know. What happened?
Seriously?
Have you got it on the, right side?
Yeah, haven't I? Watch. Leann, it's like magic, watch.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, can you see it there?
But from here, like from behind you, I can see the shadow.
Can you?
But you can't see white.
No,
No.
we need some white embossing powder to make it really super white. Right, I definitely have made contact, haven't I?
You have made contact. Yes, I can see.
Can you?
Yes.
Right, my eyes are just like, what can I say? Right, so we'll pop the white on there.
Is it sticking?
Hopefully. Well, you know what? We've had such a good day and we're feeling the last one.
Yes, it's sticking.
Yeah, whoa, phew.
Look, see.
Yay, easy.
Trust the process.
Yay. Put a little bit more on that top bit there.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, cheers.
Up here.
Thanks, yep, that's lovely. Thank you. When you do that, I've seen people go boom, boom, like that, and it's like, no.
Yeah, why? Because you flick it all off.
Exactly.
I'm with you. Hey, I'll do that
Thanks,
for you.
Leann.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Little hint. Is that what the kids
Yeah,
do?
yeah, I can do. I'll help you.
Cheers. So when the other thing is if you're new to embossing, I always let the heat gun get up to heat. Don't go straight on because they take a couple of seconds to get up to proper heat.
Yes, like an oven.
Exactly. And what you want is you don't want to overheat your embossing powder. Nobody told me that many years ago when stamping wasn't on the TV or anything, and I discovered stamping and embossing. And I thought, I had gold embossing powder, the only embossing powder, I think gold, there was just basic metallics at that point. And I thought if I heat it and keep heating it, it'll be even more bright, and it so isn't. It'll go flat and dull, and it looks awful.
Yes.
And also don't do random factor. Notice how I started at one end, and I went and I've moved methodically across.
You almost chase the
like
effect,
that.
don't you?
Sorry?
You chase the effect.
Exactly.
As soon as it starts to move a little
on.
bit.
That's right. Do not linger. And then for sure, one way to know if it's done is you just do that, and then that's it. So
Lovely.
there you go. Nice to
I love that. Aren't those sentiments just a great statement for the front of a card? I mean, they're lovely sentiments to convey. I like the sizing of them. I like the fact that they work in a square shape because they can be at the top or bottom of an oblong project or front and centre on a square card if that's what you want to do. But they're big enough to really make a statement on the front of a card. You don't need to do very much else at all except for a little bit matte and layering. Or you can use them inside a card as well, Sheena, if you wanted.
Absolutely. For me, they'd be right on the outside of the card because I'm so into mindfulness and being present, and it's exactly positive, thoughts, and this is exactly it. Just it speaks to me, these statements, and I love them. So I would buy them and I would send them to my friends and family, because that's the message I would want to be sending.
Agree. And I've got a lot of young nieces and nephews in my family, and a lot of young people that I know and interact with on a daily basis, and sometimes they give themselves a hard time.
Yes.
With pressure from peers, pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'd like to just take everything you've learned through the years and say, don't sweat the small stuff, and they're lovely messages to help convey that, aren't they?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It comes with age and experience, doesn't
and it does, sometimes it doesn't matter. You get some an old head on young shoulders, and some younger people have got to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes some of us a while to realise that, but when you do, you go, thank you, and let's share. So 100%, I think that's brilliant.
100%. Now, you are loving the boxes. You are shopping those boxes, and I think by the time we get to 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, when the deal on these boxes ends, there won't be any boxes left anyway. So we have got 30% off. You're getting 18 boxes in here. They all nest. You're getting 7 square, 7 circle, and you're getting 4 of your hexagons as well. Sheena's going to get them and show you how they stack up. You've got double points, and the deal runs out tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So there'll be a different pick of the day tomorrow. Look, we'll have a look at some of the examples. Here's a decorated box. I picked this one up time and again because I'm a purist when it comes to fusion, Sheena.
Really pretty, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's Julie did that one.
For me, paint fusion will forever be this.
Well, here's the thing. Julie on my design team, when she joined the design team, it wasn't particularly for knowing that she did paint fusion, but she did paint fusion first time around, and she's kept doing it, and she sells her products, and you can see why. That's so and she's done that all the time. So how cool is that?
That's
so when
incredible.
I said, guess what, we're fusioning.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that.
It's that. Now that's Debbie, who hasn't done fusioning all the time, but look at that. That's Deborah Durant.
Oh,
stunning.
Deborah Durant. Oh, Debbie Durant.
Debbie Durant.
In my thing.
And Deborah Durant.
She's,
Yes.
That's Debbie.
Yeah, on the
Hello,
playlist.
Debbie.
That's
I've made
Debbie.
the connection. Took a little while. Sorry, the lights were on. There was nobody home. Hello, Debbie. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the little gilded edge around there. The fusion and that classy little addition of the ribbon. I mean, that is a lovely keepsake for somebody,
I think
isn't
those
it?
ribbons are what we've got on the show as well, Leann. She
Oh,
used the
right.
ribbon and
It's
the
the seam
papers
binding.
from the Sara collection.
From the Sara collection.
Yeah.
Once upon a time. So shop the show, have a look. That's the seam binding ribbon. So that is a beautiful aubergine colour. Should I pick up a different one that we haven't looked at before? Let's have a look at this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Look, I mean,
stunning?
it's been varnished as well, so it's got that nice
It
protection
might be
on there.
lined as well, that one. I think Debbie
it?
did that one. Have a look, see if she lined it.
No chocolate in. Can you imagine if we found some chocolate? It's been lined with some scrapbook papers. I love the fact that we've been able to do that. I love the ombre
Isn't it stunning?
of colours.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that
Yeah,
beautiful?
lovely.
And those poppies on there. Really, really, really lovely. The marbling, I have to say, the shaving foam, that's a winner for me today. I
Isn't that
would never have
gorgeous?
thought of doing shaving foam technique like that on there. And what a treat it is.
Isn't that amazing to do? So again, it's not a marbling kit. It's shaving foam. We need to get Julie to do a little tutorial. If you want to see all these samples and if you want to ask how they're done, join Sheena's Inkettes. And that's where the team hang out. It's like a virtual team clubhouse. And they'll tell you, obviously on these shows now that we're going to have a whole day every Wednesday, it's amazing. We've never had this, so you'll get to know here too. But if there's something the team have created, like you, we were saying earlier and think, why didn't I think of that? I haven't seen that before. This is what my team do with me all the time. When I see the samples come in, I think, what are they doing here?
I mean, they're exceptional. This I love because this is what I would call a traditional fusion. But then on the top, we've used some of those once upon a time scrapbook papers in a die cut heart.
That's right.
You've folded a piece of scrapbook paper from that collection, used some little flowers from the collection, done some of the chunky glitter from that collection around the edge there as well. The little gem swirls that came with the collection used there too. What a phenomenal way to use predominantly a scrapbook paper craft card craft collection on a box like this.
Yeah, so you might not paint. Painting might not be your thing.
No.
But you know that you can buy a little tub of emulsion, for example, and do a bit of crackle effect.
Yes.
You can do, that's easy. And then get your papers into the mix.
It's absolutely phenomenal, and that one lined also. I'm loving the lining, I have to say. I think it really just finished them off brilliantly. And to think that box is costing you £1.33. If you're a platinum member. I mean, how affordable is that? Sheena has got the boxes all stacked up there so we can see what it looks like, the amount you're getting in life. So you can see you're getting 7 squares, 7 circles and 4 of your hexagons.
I'll bring these in.
And then just looking at the patina one that we did earlier, Sheena.
Oh, this one. I love this one.
Me too.
Now, I have to say, there's a circle missing because that was the one that won the show.
Yes,
so it's gone
right.
somewhere. So that
Okay,
one
that's over here.
There is, yeah, I don't know where it's gone.
It's
but
here, I've got
is
it here.
Right, so this is the one I did with the gilding flakes and the acrylics that we had on earlier. And just a little bit of sponge on that, and look at how exquisite that looks. The idea was to make it look like a old, thank you, Leann, old verdigris kind of effect without investing in verdigris paint. So white gesso, a little bit of acrylic from the show. This is just pure gilding flakes, those fabulous. Which ones are those ones? The luxury ones.
The luxury gilding flakes.
Luxury gilding flakes, just pure gilding flakes. And again, these are just the luxury gilding flakes. You see the shine you're going to get on there that way. There you go.
Oh, I mean, that blew my mind when I seen
Stunning,
those
aren't
like
they?
that. I mean, they look like real. Imagine, I mean, if you even do that to sell them for boxes that look like that,
They look cool,
decorated up,
don't they?
absolutely incredible. You're getting 18 boxes for £23.99 or £34.39, saving 30%, and you get your double points. That's our pick of the day for today, and it will end tomorrow at 11 a.m. So if you would like to get those boxes to decorate with your papers, to do your painting, to gild them, as Sheena showed you there, to use your ink pads on them, really great medium to have stashed away for when you want to try a new technique or do a lovely custom box for anybody that you're gifting to, and for creating heirlooms. Really important for creating heirlooms. You are loving them, and I don't think they'll be here at 11 o'clock in the morning, so certainly you need to be getting them before the end of the day. You've got to be quick. All right, so Shimmer ink pads, you're really loving these too. Shimmer ink pads launched for you in October last year in birthday week. We've got them back in stock now. We've watched Sheena do those amazing blended background techniques with them, and painting the lilac, which was truly exceptional. You've got beautiful colours in here, 10 lovely colours. Sugar plum, peach rose, frosted mint, I think that is. I think that might be amethyst, raspberry. Oh, yeah, look, Raspberry Beret, Prince, the artist formerly known as Tune. That needs to go on the list.
Yeah.
That's going on. Lime soda. I love that one as well. We've got the, what does that say? Starlit Sky, is it? And we've got Tropic Blue and Toffee Apple. Love the names. And then Queen Bee, finally. So really lovely colours in there. Intense pigment ink infused with a very fine mica to give a pearlescence and a shimmer and a shine and a classy movement of colour. Really gorgeous. To only have to pay $43.13 or $57.53 platinum price for those today is an exceptional offer. You've seen what Sheena's done with them, and oh my word, it was off the chart. Sheena, are you up for another demo?
Yes, I thought we'd look at the salt and the clinker and then maybe see what we can do with that.
The salt boulders.
Sorry?
Salt boulders.
Salt boulders, the meteorites there, yeah, look at them. So we'll start off with the fine one. So this is the one. So what you're going to do is you're just going to rub the salt away like that. It's going to come away from the card and then just pop it in the bin. So I'm going to do that here so that it's not everywhere. And then this was the fine table salt. So I'm going to show you the texture you get with this table salt. So can you see I put more at the bottom because I wanted it to look like a sandy kind of effect. See how cool that looks? Yeah.
Oh my word.
So isn't that cool? You can do like a beach scene there, like with that. Maybe put some seagulls in there, and maybe just some little grasses or something. That would look really cool.
It really would.
We'll have a play with that in a minute. And then there's this one here. Wait, let me move these ones. You can see already the bigger ones are making more of a bigger kind of mark on the card.
Yes.
So just rub that off. And the combination of the two is really cool. So don't think you just need one kind of salt. Mix it up. Try different salts to see what different techniques you get. So with that one, you've got like a ethereal kind of cloudy little kind of base. I didn't put it everywhere. No. But can you see where it's happened?
Yes, it just makes it look like atmosphere.
Yes, a little bit of like misty kind of in the background.
Yes.
So that's what you do to remove that. And then the cling film, I don't know if anything's happened to this, but we'll have a look. So you just basically, you've got to leave that like I say to, oh yeah, look at that. How cool is that? That might be my favourite one.
Look at that.
Yeah, that one is like frozen.
That like crackle frozen.
Look at how the blue in the centre is really shining, because that's where all that solid in the ink pads has congregated and been pushed together to look.
That is incredible, Sheena. And then the shimmer's gathering in the little crevices. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
Should we stamp on that one?
Yeah, let's.
Should we do some coloured daisies on that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, let me dry that super quick. Then,
okay.
It's a bit damp. And then
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll read you out some comments in the meantime while you do that. I have to. Fred171 on YouTube says, Sheena shines bright like a diamond, singing a bit of Rihanna. Completely agree with you, Fred. Can go on the list. Stephanie Theodos on Facebook says, I wasn't sure about the Grip-It, but now that it's been explained, I can't wait to get it. absolutely, Stephanie. Mary Beth says, will the grip mat work on the design board instead of the big clip? Yes, it will, Mary. Connie says, could the new mat work to hold paper in the stamping platform without magnets, or would it need to have something sticky like dotty tape pen to hold the paper to the mat? It's an excellent question. If it's not a sticky ink that you're using, if it's a quick dry or a Harmony Water Reactive, Finesse alcohol proof, Finesse waterproof, the Easy Grip would likely work. If it's a pigment and therefore sticky, when the stamp hits it and comes back up, it's going to want to lift the card off. And so because there's no glue on your grip, it grips with friction, pushing against it. There's no tacky, so it won't keep the paper down. Does that make sense? So you would need your magnets for that. Hopefully that helps you. Suzanne says, hi to both of you, such a treat. You are no longer the dynamic duo, but the dynamic duets.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that, Monica,
I'm happy with
I have
that.
to say. Yeah. Fred, wonder if the grip mat would keep toddlers in their seats. Don't know, Fred, I'm willing to try that for you when I go down to visit my granddaughters. Dietta's waving hi to everybody. Hello, Dietta. Susan Griffith says, I have never seen such beautifully crafted boxes. I agree, Susan. And Rosalind says, save the salt. That's all coloured for shaker cards. What a good idea that is.
That's true, yeah.
Isn't that a good idea?
Yes.
Okay, we're back to Sheena.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to be random with these daisies, which I'm stamping in this gorgeous amethyst colour because it matches in with the background kind of nicely. And different levels, different heights to make it look a bit more interesting. Don't even know if I'm going to bother with the leaves. I think we'll just have tall daisies happening. Let's just do that. Just a lot of different pretty daisies going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stop there because I'm going to have to either do 5 or 7, aren't I?
Yes. Yeah, you've got to do it in
let's do. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's
fives.
do 7, Leann. Let's put 1 there. It's just a plethora of daisies. Okay. And we'll pop that just off the cord coming out there. There, we're fine. Phew,
Nice.
we got away with that. So now we'll colour them in with the same colour. So take that there. And
this is the Paint Fusion daisy.
This is the Paint Fusion daisy. So we're using them in a non-fusion fashion because that just stamps at the end of the day. If you don't use them in a, with your folk painting technique. So we'll pop some purple at the base of this. And then just a little bit of water just to blend that out a little bit. Just like this at the base, so darker at the base. Less dilute, and then a little bit more water to the petals towards the edge. And I'm speed colouring here. So I might go outside the line a little bit, but I'll try to be tidier. What we're going to do as well, just so you know, we'll pop some on the brush and then just drag down like this. So steady your hand, and you might need to go over a couple of times just to get it nice and a little bit quirky kind of shape was better than just straight up and down. So if you just drag that like that, and then maybe this one can go like this.
Gorgeous.
And then this little guy can come like that, coming over.
So you're finding a gap between the petals.
Yes, exactly. And just find just a little, so rather than up and down, make it so that, and this could maybe be coming, it's a tricky one where you've got, let's say that one comes about there. It's kind of like, no, it might be snapped a bit, but then we'll ignore that one. It was, ideally, it would be, let's just pop that there like that, so it's coming round a little bit.
That's nice. I like that with a wave on it.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
And then that one there can just come like that, just off the page. And then you've got your stems, and then you can just have a little bit of play with them, with the colouring in, and we'll colour the centres as well. So again, I'm going a bit quicker again with this one. Did you see that? Talk about speed colouring.
Oh, I love it.
But
looks beautiful.
For a little background technique that we did, and then just popping these on top, it just shows that you've probably got some great stuff there in your craft kit that when you add these products to them are going to give them that power up. And that to me is a good investment. That's spending wisely. If you get these ink pads and you can play like this, or anything that we've had on the show today, to be honest, I think it's, you know, it's something that gives another bit of inspiration and enthusiasm to what you've already got in your craft room. I think is always a good thing, don't you, Leann?
Oh my word, yes, absolutely. And you know, I sometimes go back to things that I bought years ago, forgot I had, and forgot that how much I absolutely loved using them. And then with a new product that's come out, a new ink pad, a new paper
completely
pad,
different.
It feels different, looks different, reinvigorates it for you.
Absolutely.
You find your love of it back again.
Absolutely, definitely. So I'm going to try and be as quick. I may not get all this finished, Leann, but we'll colour a couple of the centres in, and we'll show you I'll show you how I would finish it.
Yes,
okay, what I would do,
lovely.
and I'll finish this one. I'll put the centres in, and then we'll give it a little bit more texture quickly. So the centres, we can use this. That one, the Queen Bee.
Yes.
I'm remembering the colours. Are you impressed?
I'm very impressed.
Queen Bee.
That shows that you love the ink pads when you remember the names.
That's absolutely. That's when it's you're feeling the love, isn't it? So we'll pop that there, and I'm just going to stipple a little bit like that. And how I would finish these, just to make it look a little bit pretty. If we get those two, we'll see. Well, you know, what can you do? So we'll pop a little bit more.
You could
on
trim
there.
the end of that off, couldn't you? And just have
just trim
5.
it off exactly if you run out of time or whatever you want to, any size you want.
Yeah.
And then we'll do that, and then I'll just.
Oh, I love that. Look at that.
And it just ties in, just give a little bit more interest and something going on.
It's like little bits of pollen are flying off the flowers or something like that. That's absolutely
So if we look at that there,
yes.
Tell you what, if I do that, look there. Ooh.
Look, it's lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. And you've got your 5 composition there. I love that, Sheena. I love the background. The shimmer that you've got on there is absolutely incredible. And you know, I've loved reimagining those shimmer ink pads again, finding different ways to use them, and watching you use them has made me think how I love them more than the first time we launched them. Really, I do. Oh wow, Johnny, we're going to vote. Let's do a technique of the show. Technique of the show. I do love to do technique. The only problem with techniques of the day and show, Sheena, is you never get a thing on the board.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I haven't
got a name on even.
Have you not got your name on?
No, I haven't got my name on.
You've not got your name. I've not got any stars because I'm always doing techniques. I never finish a project.
Yeah, well, I haven't even got a name, so I've got no chance.
We can commiserate with each other together, Sheena.
Yeah.
Now, look, I have to just remind you, because you have loved the Hero tool as well. Some of you who may not have already discovered the Ultimate Pro has discovered it now. So the Hero tool we've got for you, you can see there on the screen for you, platinum price $31.99, $55.96. Fabulous 10-in-1 tool. It's your card scoring. It's your envelopes and envelope box making. Inside, it's your box, lid and base. It's your decorative embossing. And then also in here is contained your tools, your full instructions, your paper trimmer ruler, your paper trimmer, your bow pegs to be able to do that as well, your detail and your regular embossing tool, all enclosed inside, held together with that very handy clip. Really, really useful tool. I bought mine years ago when Sara first launched them, before I'd ever even been introduced to Sara, before we'd even spoke a word to each other. I had bought this and I still use it every time I paper craft. It's exceptional. You're going to get that, you're going to get your 3mm liner tape for free, you're going to get your bone folders for free, and you're going to get 25 sheets of A3 Centura Pearl for free to get you started with your card folding and your box making. It really is an exceptional deal for you today. Now, have you got your techniques ready, Sheena?
I think, you know what, we did salt, didn't we? And we did that background. We did the lilac. What else did we do? Oh, we did just the ink and background,
We did the ink and backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yes, we did all of them.
There was that. Then there was the salt.
The salt. Didn't you do some other colour? Didn't you have a purple one?
And there was that one.
There was that one.
Yeah, there was all of these different backgrounds here that we'll put that one with that one.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think we started off with that. Then we did
the lilac.
The lilac, then we did that.
Number 2, yeah.
We'll say that as last, even though it was the first, you know, and then that, then that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense?
Okay, so we'll do that again, Sheena.
1, the lilac.
2, 3, 4. Right. Get your votes in for technique of the show. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's a last chance now, a last call for those fabulous nesting boxes that we've got for you. You have absolutely loved them. 18 boxes in total. You've got 7 of your squares, 7 of your circles, 4 of the fabulous hexagon that we've got there. They all nest inside of each other. They're a board covered in a white paper so that you can do all of the techniques Sheena's been showing you on them. You're saving 30%, you're getting double points, and that deal is only active until 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we are going to be shipping them to you on the 16th of May. You've absolutely loved them. The Showstopper deal. Showstopper also doing very well. Your Showstopper is your 12 duet ink pads, your 4 sets of stamps, your 12 stencils and your easy grip mat. And you can see that for $105.60 or $144 at a really good price for you there. And of course is a Showstopper deal, so will not be around for very long afterwards. Let's see, we've got final comments and questions. Cheryl says, hello beautiful ladies, will Sheena be bringing back the daisy and rose stamps? I think so. I think you can more or less count on that. Cheryl also, different Cheryl. Glycerin, I love my shimmer inks. Fred says, Sheena has filled my head with ideas. Thank you, Fred. Dieta waving hi to everyone, just listening and watching while I'm crocheting. I'm making some coasters that look like chickens. Have to show us a picture of that. We'd like to see them. Absolutely would. So many of you joining in and sharing with us songs for Chivs tunes. Love for the demonstrations that Sheena has done for you today as well. And just saying how much you've thoroughly enjoyed it. And, you know, I'd just like to take a minute, folks, I'm going to move this out of the way, just to have a look at some of these samples, these boxes again, because the boxes are definitely one of the hero products I think we've had for you. This, I'm a purist, I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm a purist when it comes to fusion. I absolutely love this. I just think it's classic in its simplicity. It is.
That's what it was all about. The very first part of fusion was exactly that. The crackle background, the traditional folk art overlay, and that little bit of extra with the embossing with that little swirl. That's the fusion. That's where it's a fusion of folk art and stamping, and it comes together for something new.
Oh, and you know what? It just achieves it, Sheena, and I don't think anything has ever provided that fusion in that way of those techniques. I really don't. I think it's just so identifiable as your paint fusion technique. This I love because this is showing you how to use those die cuts again with a little frame and then the fusion inside. Look how that's been varnished, so you've got that lovely high glass-like feel in there as well. A little bit of ruffled ribbon around the outside. It's got that lovely nod to vintage Victorian feel. Your die cuts around the outside, that beautiful blue painting. Absolutely exquisite. One that I haven't picked up today because I would have had to have reached right over and I was terrified I was going to knock them all over. So I'm going to go in there. I think this is a bit more marbling on this one. Yeah, so this must be Julie again then, because we've got some more marbling, shaving foam marbling on this one. I love. You've got that lovely black painted heart in the centre, and then the poppies, which really, really do pop out from there. Just saying that one's not being lined. Absolutely glorious. Oh, right, okay. I'm hearing that demo of the show is in. The technique for, Hannah Gosling-Smith, did you do the A4 square?
I didn't.
How many minutes have we got to do it? Sheena, 5 minutes, Sheena. Is it possible?
It's easy, yeah.
It's easy, right? Sheena's going to get it ready. So while Sheena's getting that ready, let me tell technique of the day, technique of the show, I beg your pardon. Technique of the show goes to number 1. I concur, the lilacs.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm going to grab that off you, Sheena.
All right.
And I need that other box as well. You know your shiny box?
That's it there. That one there and there.
And there. Thank you, Sheena. Right, so we're going to watch you do a perfect square.
Right, so I usually, well, to start it, I don't measure, so I would get an inexpensive bit of card and I would usually fold it in half, okay, to find the halfway point. And I've marked on my my little cutter exactly the halfway point. Let me show you, let me do this, even though I wouldn't do it like this with this nice card. So fold it in half, do that. Pop it in there, pop it to where the cut line would be, so it's just, to get it exactly square, it's just between, it's about 2.5 notches from the end. And then I'd cut it, and then I'd just turn it around and put it at 2.5 notches from the end, put it again, perfect square. And that's the maximum you're going to get out of it, and that's what I work on all the time, because it's a good cost-effective way of using your card, because you know that you're going to get 2 main focal point cards out of 1 A4 sheet of paper. That's what you do when you're allergic to numbers and measuring.
That's fantastic.
It's easy. And then you've got 2 bits that you use for your colour swatching, or little extra techniques, and then you've got your 2 main things.
Wow. Well, there you go. That was quick. There you are, Hannah. That was for you. Now, we need to do our technique of the day. And so we've got, the first one was this amazing duet background and stamping from Wake Up Call this morning. That was number 1. Number 2, the fabulous box using those Diner paints and the stencil and the gilding flakes from earlier, just so you can get a flash. I'm just going to waggle that at you because there we go. Look how beautiful that is. And then number 3 is the fabulous lilac using those Shimmer ink pads. Okay, so George is firm on that. George is still number 1 for him. Johnny, he's going number 2. This is Johnny. I'm with George. I'm going number 1. Yeah, Sheena likes number 1. Now, you've got about a minute to get them in, so go on. We're going to really, really count them up as fast as we can. Let us know 1, 2 or 3. Tomorrow, guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. It's our Ben. He is definitely back. He's back with fabulous Debbie Robinson. Who knows what could happen when that TV duo get together. Wake Up Call in the morning. And then we've got Craft Along with ribbon threading. You do love those. And then we've got a throwback cartload special with some of the best deals. And actually, if you want a little sneaky peek to some throwbacks, we've got that 20% off on the website today. So if you need to go and have a little sneaky peek, go and have a look at that. It's on the website, 20%, and we've got some throwback special deals on there for you too. Let's see if we've got the answer in. What have I done with that? Oh, it's here. Oh my God. What have I done with that? You know when you just that was just looking for my telephone. Here we go. Now then, we still haven't got it in. Sheena, I've had an amazing day. I think everybody at home's had an amazing day. I can't thank you enough for generously sharing your knowledge, your experience and your hints and tips and all of that fabulous inspiration we've had with the demonstrations today. Thank you so much. You're back next Wednesday, Sheena?
I am, and thank you. It's been lovely. It's been great, Leann. I love just, you know, it's just been fun. Thank you everybody for all the lovely comments, and yeah, I'm loving it. Thank you.
Do you know what, it's just a pleasure having you here, and I know that I look forward to Wednesdays now to see what else Sheena's got to share with us. It just really is a fantastically inspirational day. So thank you very much from everybody, Sheena. Let's see, have we got it right? Technique of the day goes to, can you guess?
I think
number 1.
Yay.
That's the winner. I'm not surprised. It's absolutely gorgeous. That was using the duet ink pads. That was the showstopper that we had for you. Go and check it out on the website. See if you want to get that if you didn't go for it. Thank you so much for watching. Come back tomorrow and join Ben and Debbie. Sheena and I are going to go and get a well-earned cup of tea and an early night. I will see you back, I think it is the 30th of May. I don't think I'm back before the 30th of May, and my oh my, what a day I'm going to have with you back on the 30th of May. I am excited about that. Whatever you're doing, have a wonderful time. Please stay safe, keep crafting, and I'll see you back soon. And you'll see Sheena next Wednesday. Bye-bye.